Hi, how are you? Welcome to a new podcast, new episode from the book Atomic Habits, okay? So, I am Zohair from Sila channel. وغادي نعاود نفكرك باللي انا كتب حالك، اوكي؟ ما كنعرف والو في لونجلي. اتس اوكي الا ما فهمتي شي كلمات، غير بقى تعاود بودكاست و غادي تفهم بزاف ديال الحوايج، اوكي؟ So are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go. So, the first idea we will talk about is the power of tiny habits. Okay, this is the segment number one. Segment number one, the power of tiny, small, very small, not big, small habits. So, James Clear teaches us that small changes, okay, or atomic habits can make big and huge difference over time. It's easy to think that we need to make huge changes to see results, but actually, it's the small, consistent actions that really add up. Okay? For example, let's say you want to get fit. So instead of trying to run 5 miles every day, right from the start, you could start with just 5 minutes of exercise each day. Just 5 minutes. Not 5 miles. Not 2 kilometers or 10 or 20. No. Just 5 minutes each day. As this tiny habit becomes part from your routine, you can gradually increase the time or intensity, okay, efficiency of the exercise. So before you know it, you will have to build a strong exercise habit that's much easier to stick with. James Clear explains that small habits are easy to do and easy to keep up with, which makes them more powerful than big, drastic changes that are hard to maintain. So, the next time you want to start a new habit, think small. Remember, tiny habits can lead to big changes. Okay? So, the general idea from this segment number one is to start small, not big. So, بزاف ديال الناس ملي كيبغيو يقراو لونجلي كيقول غادي نقرا لونجلي 5 سوايع في النهار. No, that's wrong. 4 سوايع. No. 3. No. 2. No. students ديالي كنقول لهم نص ساعة. It's okay. إلا كانت 15 دقيقة. It's okay. So the most important thing here is to stick with the habit. خاصك تبقى لاصق في ديك الهابت، في ديك العادة. وتبدا small. بغيتي تجري 10 كيلومتر، it's okay بانك تبدا ب 200 متر، حيت اهم حاجه هي انك تبقى على ديك العاده، ماشي هو انك دير واحد big step، واحد الخطوه كبيره. اوكي سو حيت ملي كتكون موتيفي كتكون نقدر ندير بزاف د الحوايج، ندير هادي وهادي. نو موتيفاسيون ما كتبقاش معانا. the secret here is to stick with the habit. Okay, so start small but consistent. Okay, so this is صراحة عندي بزاف ديال الحوايج نقولهم في هاد القضية دي، ما بغيتش نخلي البودكاست يكون طويل، بغيت يكون أكتر على لونجلي. So by the way إلا كانت أي حاجة خاصها تزاد خلي لي في الكومنتس، صيفط لي في ميساج شي حاجة بحال هكا. So غنكون super proud of you إلا عاونتيني أنني نديفلوبي هاد البودكاست كتر باش ماكسيموم بوسيبل ديال الناس يستافدوا. اوكي سو اي فيدباك اي حاجه خليها ليا و غادي نشكرك عليها من بعد. So segment number 2 is the habit loop. Cue, craving, response, reward. Okay? So the next key idea is understanding the habit loop. James Clear explains that every habit follows a loop with 4 steps: cue, craving, response, reward. Let's break it down. So the cue is what triggers the habit. It's something that tells your brain to start the behavior. For example, seeing your running shoes by the door might be a cue to go for a run. Okay, the cue, or we can say also the notification. Okay, receiving notification or seeing something that gonna remember you to do a behavior, to do an action. Okay, so this is the cue. Number 2 is the craving. The craving is the desire, the hunger, or motivation behind the habit. You want to feel good, be healthy, or achieve something. So this is the craving, the need. I need that thing, okay? I want to consume that thing. So you have to craving, you have to be hunger about something. Okay? The need. This is the craving. So, and number 3 from the habit loop, okay, is the response. Response is the actual habit or action you take. This could be putting on your shoes and going for that run. You know, the action, the thing that you are doing. So the response or the feedback, or we can say also if you receive something, or if you remember that you have to go to gym, you see your shoes, okay, and you feel like you need to do it, craving. And the third thing is the response, okay? You think, I need to do it. So you start taking action. This is the response. And the fourth thing is the reward. The reward is what you get after doing the habit. This might be the satisfaction, or finishing a run, or boost in energy you feel forward, okay? So this is the reward or the bonus you take from doing that habit, okay? So if, for example, if you eat chocolate, that's good and you feel happy for a while or for a short time. So this is good. So the feeling of happiness here is the reward, the satisfaction. Okay? So this is the habit loop. Cue, notification, craving, need, response, taking action, and the fourth thing is the reward. Okay? The reward is what you receive from that habit or from that action. So this is really important. So understanding this loop is important because it helps you build good habits and break bad ones. Okay, for example, if you want to start a new habit, you can create a cue that reminds you to do it. Like sitting out your gym clothes at night before. Then you can think about the reward you will get after completing the habit. Like feeling more energetic. This makes it easier to stick with the habit, okay? So, in general, the general idea هي the habit loop, okay? habit loop or يعني بحال نقولوا ديك المنهجية ديال أي habit. مناش كتكون الهابت؟ من 4 ديال الحوايج. the cue يعني واحد الإشارة. craving كتشعر بواحد الإحساس بواحد الرغبة في أنك باغي دير هذيك العادة. ثالث حاجة هي response كتفاعل مع هذيك الرغبة. و رابع حاجة هي reward، اوكي؟ هي ديك المكافأة اللي كتاخذ من فعل ديك العادة، اوكي؟ هنا عطينا مثال بالجيم وبالسبورت. بالنسبة للسبورت والجيم يعني المكافأة اللي كتاخذ هي هذاك الشعور بانك تكون انرجيتيك، يعني كتحس براسك انك عندك الانرجي، عندك بزاف د الحوايج تقدر ديرهم في النهار ديالك. سورتو كنشجعكم انكم تقراو الكتاب ديال The Slow Burn كتاب واعر بزاف. Slow Burn انا نعطيكم general idea، هو دوا على بزاف ديال الايدياز. انا نعطيكم one from them. هو انه الا جريتي في الصباح كتحرق واحد شويه الشحمه. هذيك الشحمه اللي كتحرقها هذيك good كتعطيك واحد الانرجي stable، اوكي؟ في النهار ديال كامل، اوكي؟ كتحس براسك نهار كامل انرجيتيك. على غرار انك الا شربتي مثلا قهوه كتطلع الانرجي ديالك للسقف، اي ابري كتهبط عاوتاني داون. not steady، اوكي؟ ما مستقراش. ولكن ملي كتحرك الشحمه كتخلي عندك واحد الانرجي مستقره النهار ديالك كامل، اوكي؟ كنشجعكم انكم تقراو الكتاب ديال Slow Burn، very very interesting. This is the segment number 2 from the book Atomic Habits. So now we will move to the segment number 3, okay? So segment number 3 is make it obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. So the third idea is about the 4 laws of what? Of behavior change. Make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying. So James Clear says that if you want to build a good habit, you should follow these 4 steps. Step number 1, make it obvious. Put your cues in plain sight. If you want to drink more water, for example, keep a bottle of water on your desk where you can see it. The point number 2 is make it attractive. Find a way to make the habit appealing. Okay, for example, if you want to exercise more, choose a workout you enjoy. So the point number 3 is make it easy. Start with a habit that is so small it's hard to say no. If you want to read more, start with just 1 page a day, or even 1 line. So the point number 4 is make it satisfying. Give yourself a reward for completing the habit, okay? So it could be something simple like crossing it off your to-do list or treating yourself to something nice. So by following these 4 steps, you make it much easier to build and stick a new habits. So the more obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying a habit is, the more likely you are to keep doing it. So the general idea here from the segment number 3 from the book Atomic Habits is you have to خاصك دير 3 الحوايج. Okay, make it obvious, make it attractive, easy, and satisfying. So make it obvious هي خاصك تخلي واحد الحاجه كتفكرك في انك دير ديك العاده. مثلا في هذا المثال اللي دوينا عليه ديال خاصك تخلي بغيتي تشرب الماء اكثر، خلي ديما تبان حداك قرعه ديال الماء. اوكي، بغيتي تقرا كتوبه اكثر، خاص الكتوبه ديما يكونوا حداك، بلاصه فين كتنعس، بلاصه فين كتخدم، اكسترا اكسترا. ما بغيتيش تبقى تخدم في السوشيال ميديا اكثر، كيف ما كندير انايا، كنطفي التليفون وكنلوحو فوق الماريو كنبقاش نشوفو. سو كنشجعك دير هاد القضيه دي، حيت التليفون شي حاجه اللي ما يمكنش فوكس كيمشي، ما كيبقاش الفوكس، ما كيبقاش الوقت، ما كيبقاش موتيفيشن دير شي حاجه، nothing. سو طفيه، لوحو فوق الماريو وسير دير الخدمه ديالك. So point number 2 is make it attractive. Make it attractive هي خلي ديك العادة تكون attractive واحد شوية، فهمتي؟ ماشي مملة ولا boring. no. بحال مثلا واحد القضية كنديرها واحد الصديق ديالي وعجبتني الفكرة، هو أنه في الكتاب دير في شاري واحد 10 البيموات ودير في كل باج كيوصل ليها كياكل داك البيمو. اوكي، يعني كيخلي ديك العاده ديال قراءه الكتب اتراكتيف، فيما كيوصل ديك لاباج كيلقى البيمو كيقول بيمو وكياكلو. سو يعني خلي شي حاجه اللي كتخلي ديك العاده ماشي ممله ولا هادي، نو شي حاجه اللي كتخليك تكمل. اوكي، الحاجه الثالثه هي make it easy. this is super easy، يعني خليها ماشي دير غنقرا كتاب في النهار، نو نقرا سطر، نقرا نص صفحه، نشرب نص قرعه ديال الماء. so super easy، نجري 2 دقائق. so هذه هي make it easy. number 4 is make it satisfying. okay، so هنايا خاصك تعطي لراسك مكافأة. اوكي، give yourself a reward، عطي لراسك مكافأة، كافئ راسك على ديك العادة، واخا تكون غير شي حاجه بسيطه درتيها، كافئ راسك على هذيك باش انك تكمل وتبقى دير ديك العاده مرارا وتكرارا. اوكي، حيت الا ما كانتش مكافاه العقل ديالك ما غاديش يربطها بالدوبامين، ما غاديش يفرز دوبامين. سو هنايا غادي نوصل لدرجه ديال انك غادي تكيتي مع الوقت، غتحبس مع الوقت. so this is bad. okay, now we will move to the segment number 4 is the importance of identity. the importance of what? of the identity. Next, let's talk about the importance of the identity in building habits. Okay, so James Clear explains that the most powerful way to change your habits is to focus on who you want to become rather than just what you want to achieve. For example, instead of saying I want to lose weight, you might say I want to become a healthy person. When you focus on your identity, okay, your habits become a way to express that identity. Every time you choose a healthy meal or go for a walk, you are reinforcing your identity as a healthy person. James Clear says that identity-based habits are more likely to stick because they are connected to who you believe you are. So, think about the person you want to become and start building habits that align with that identity. It's not just about what you do, but who you are becoming. Okay? So, the general idea of segment number 4 is to change your identity. Okay? So, identity هي الهوية ديالك, who you are. اوكي ملي نقول لك شكون انت مثلا نقول لك شكون انايا, انا زوير مغربي. اوكي كندير محتوى تعلم اللغه الانجليزيه, كبرت في حي مولاي رشيد. سو هادي ايدنتيتي ديالي. اوكي سو ملي نقول لك انت شكون, يعني غادي توصف لي راسك. سو الايدنتيتي كتكون فيها ماشي غير منين جيتي وهادي, بالعكس ديك الصوره النمطيه اللي واخد على راسك. اوكي سو الا كنتي واخد على راسك صوره ديال انك فهمك ثقيل, so this is true, حيت غادي تيقها. الا تيقتيها so it's true, ولكن تقدر تكون هي غلطه مي حتى تيقتيها so رجعتيها حقيقه, ولكن هاد الحقيقه مثبته بالنسبه لك انت ماشي بالنسبه لكل شيء. so الايدنتيتي هي ان دوك الحقائق اللي واخد على راسك كتسائل فيهم, كتحاول تبدل هذوك اللي ما غاديش ينفعوك. اوكي بحال مثلا فهمي ثقيل, واش بصح انا فهمي ثقيل, انا كنعرف هاد اللغه وهاد اللغه وهاد اللغه. اوكي ونجحت في هادي وهادي وهادي وهادي. سو ملي كتبدا تسائل كتبدا تحيد هذيك الايدنتيتي القديمه وكدير ايدنتيتي جديده. ايدنتيتي جديده هي اللي كتوافق مع الاهداف ديالك. سو الا ما كانش الايدنتيتي ديالك كتوافق مع داكشي اللي باغي توصل ليه, it's really really hard to achieve it. So let's move to segment number 4 is the role of environment. The role of environment. Okay so the fifth key idea is the role of environment. So the role of environment is sharpen your habits. James Clear teaches us that your environment can make or break your habits. The things around you can either support your good habits or encourage bad ones. That's really fantastic. For example, if you want to eat healthier, you can make sure that your kitchen is filled with healthy food and that unhealthy snacks are out of sight or not in your home at all. Okay, so this makes it easier to choose healthy options because your environment supports your goal or your goals. So James Clear explains that by changing your environment, you can make it easier to build good habits and harder to do bad ones. Take a look around you and think about how you can set up your environment to help you succeed. So small changes in your surroundings can lead to big improvements in your habits. Okay, so the general idea here is the role of environment. Okay, دور ديال الوسط المحيط ديالك. So إلا كان وسط محيط healthy so غادي تكون healthy. Okay, هنا كندوي على الفريندز ديال family, الثلاجة ديالك واش عامرة بالماكلة صحية ولا لا, واش الفريندز ديالك كيمشيو الجيم ولا لا, واش كيدفعوك انك تمشي لبلايص مفيدين ولا لا. So you have to take a look about your environment. Okay, because environment عندها واحد دور كبير هي اللي كتحدد واش انك تنضبط هذوك العادات or not. Okay, so now we will move to the segment number 6. Okay, about the 1% rule. Get 1% better every day. So the next idea is the 1% rule, which is all about making tiny improvements every day. James Clear says that if you get just 1% better each day, over time, those small gains adds up to big results. Imagine you are learning a new language, English language for example. If you learn just one new word each day, by the end of the year, you will know 365 new words. The key is consistency and focusing on small, manageable improvements. Clear explains that small changes might not seem like much at first, but over time, they compound and lead to a significant, very big and huge progress. So don't worry about making huge changes all at once. Focus on getting a little bit better each day, and you will see big results in the long run. And this is 100% true, because it happened to me many times in my life. فاش بديت مثلا يوتيوب 3 شهور ولا 4 شهور الأولى كنفيق كل صباح موتيفي وكتبان ليا 26 سبسكرايبر، ودوك 26 أغلبية صحابي، فهمتي؟ كل شي حاجة كيبداو يقول ليا ولا بطل keep going. but there is no change. كنت حاجة كتبدل، كنجيب 7 ديال الفيوز، 8 10، كاين شي improvement في البداية. مي انا كنت عارف هاد القضية، ماشي مهم ان تبان لي الريزلت في الاول. It's okay, keep posting and suddenly one day I gain a lot of subscribers. My YouTube channel gonna grow and grow over time. So this is really good because if you focus on the results at short term, it's really hurtful for you. But if you subtract the results, اوكي، مبقيتيش كتفكر في الريزلتس ولا النتائج، كتفوكسي غير على الاكشنز اللي خاصك ديرهم كل نهار، ولكن الريزلتس غادي يجيو مع الوقت. Absolutely good actions lead to a good result 100%. هادشي اللي درت، كنت كنلوح بوستي فيديو 2 3 4 5 6 بشويه بداكشي بدا كيكبر. الناس كيجيبوا ناس، بارطاج كتر، شير كتر، هذا الكومنتس لايكس. now فتنا 140 I think 140 ألف، وباقيين غاديين ان شاء الله نحققوا المليون، واينات 10. so هادشي هذا كامل بدا small changes, small videos. okay, so this is the 1% rule and absolutely true. So now we will move to segment number 7. Yeah, never miss twice. So finally, let's talk about the idea of never miss twice. James Clear says that everyone makes mistakes or slip up sometimes. When you're trying to build a habit, this is obvious, okay? This is 100% gonna happen to you. So the important thing is to get back on track as quickly as possible. For example, if you miss a workout one day, don't worry too much about it, okay? Just make sure you don't miss the next one. By getting back on track quickly, you proven that a small slip up from turning into a bigger setback. So James Clear explains that missing once is just a mistake, but missing twice can start from a new habit of not doing the thing you want to do. Okay, it's like you start building another chain, but chain to subtract the good habit. Okay, so this is very important. So if you ever slip up, remember, it's okay to miss once, but try not to miss twice. So the general idea of segment number 7 is إلا عجزتي مرة ما تعجزش جوج. اوكي، ما تعجزش جوج مرات، حيت ملي كتعجز جوج مرات بحال كتبدا تكري واحد السلسله ديال عدم دو ديك العاده لونجلي المغمسه في الزيت. اوكي، سو بحال كتكري واحد الشين ديال انك ما غاديش دير ديك العاده، كتبدا تهرس ديك العاده مره اتس اوكي، جوج مرات نو اتس نوت اوكي. اوكي، سو وهاد القضيه دي ضروري غادي تطرالك، ما يمكنش ما تسكيبيش واحد النهار. impossible. we are human, so it's obvious. يعني حاجه عاديه ان واحد النهار تعجز، ما تعجزش يومين ولا 3 ايام ولا 4 ايام ولا سيمانه. الا درتيها سو بحال كتحكم على هذيك العاده انها غادي تنتشر مع الوقت. So this is the conclusion. Okay, we've covered some powerful ideas from Atomic Habits today. So let's quickly recap what you've learned. So number 1, do you remember? Yeah. So number 1 is the power of tiny habits. Small changes lead to big results. Number 2, or segment number 2, is the habit loop. Every habit follows a pattern of cue, craving, response, and reward. Number 3 is make it obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. These are 4 laws to behavior change. And number 4 is the importance of identity. Focus on who you want to become, not just what you want to achieve. Number 5 is the role of environment. Your surroundings can support or hinder your habits. So number 6 is the 1% rule. Small improvements every day lead to a very huge, massive changes. And number 7, never miss twice. If you slip up, get lazy, it's okay, and get back to track quickly. Okay? 1 time it's okay, 2 times it's not okay. So these ideas can help you build better habits and achieve your goals more effectively. I hope you found this podcast helpful and that you will start applying these strategies in your own life, of course. So thank you so much for listening. If you enjoy this episode, please share it with others who might benefit from it. Till next time, take care and keep building those atomic habits, okay? So, and again, thank you so much for listening to me. كان معك زوير شيبو بنايا من قناة ديال مسيلة. So thank you so much. و كنتمنى انك تشيري البودكاست مع ناس اللي باش تفيدهم حتى هما، هذوك المعاكيز اللي كتعرفهم. صيفط لهم هذا البودكاست قول لهم بنيو good habits، اوكي، وعاونوني انا نبني good ones. So take care of yourself. See you next time ان شاء الله. باي باي. السلام عليكم ومرحبا بكم في حلقة جديدة من بودكاست تعلم اللغة الإنجليزية مع مسيلة. فهذا البودكاست يكون الجزء الثاني من الكتاب ديال العادات الدورية Atomic Habits. So اليوم غنشوفوا إن شاء الله 4 ديال القواعد لتغيير السلوك. أوكي، فإذا بغيتي تضبط على أي حاجة في حياتك كاينين 4 ديال القواعد خاصك تتبعهم باش أنك تبني أي عادة جديدة أوكي في حياتك. كما العادة البودكاست يكون باللغة الإنجليزية، وغنحاول ما أمكن أنني نشرح بعض الكلمات الصعاب باللغة الإنجليزية أيضا، وفي الآخر ديال البودكاست غنشرح هاد النقاط كاملين ب4 وغنشرح الكلمات الصعاب باللغة العربية. Okay, so are you ready? Let's go. Okay. The 4 laws of behavior change. Okay. So, the 4 laws of behavior change are simple but powerful framework for changing your habits. They are: number 1, make it obvious. Make it obvious means make it clear, okay, or make it visible. So make it obvious. So the first law of behavior change is to make your desired behavior as easy as possible to do. This means putting the things you need to do in plain sight. Plain sight. What is plain sight? Plain sight means something visible. Okay, something visible, something we can see it. Okay, plain sight means something visible, something we can see it. So you need to do in plain sight and removing or subtract or remove or delete any obstacles that might get in your way. For example, if you want to start exercising more, you could put your workout clothes out the night before so that you are ready to go in the morning. Or if you want to eat healthier, you could put healthy snacks in your work. So you could put healthy snacks. Healthy means something good, okay? Healthy, for example, a healthy body or healthy food. Healthy food like salad, okay? Anything that healthy. But unhealthy food, for example, means snacks, okay, junk food, okay, street food, so burger, so all that are also unhealthy food, okay? So this is unhealthy, but healthy, the opposite, okay? The opposite, healthy, something good for us. So you could put healthy snacks in your work desk so that you have something to reach for when you are feeling hungry. Okay, when you are feeling hungry, when you want to eat food. Okay, hungry means I need to eat food. So this is hungry. And starving means super hungry. Okay, very hungry. I need to eat a lot of food. Okay, super hungry. So that's mean starving. Okay, I need to eat a lot. So this is starving. Okay, this is the number 1 rule or number 1 law. Make it obvious. Okay, number 1, make it obvious. So number 2, make it attractive. Make it attractive. Okay, so the second law of behavior change is to make your desired behavior something that you actually want to do. Okay, so this means finding ways to make it enjoyable. Okay, enjoyable means something fun. Enjoyable, something fun, something I like it. Okay, I like it, I love it, I love to do it. So that's something enjoyable. Or rewarding, okay? So, for example, if you want to learn a new language, any language, okay? English language, Japanese language, Chinese language, any language around the world. So you could find a language partner who you can practice with, okay? You could find a language partner. Partner means a friend or your brother, your sister. So anyone could you practice with, okay? So, or if you want to start a blog, you could find a topic that you are passionate about and write about it. Okay, so you can search for, find or search for a topic. Topic means domain, okay, that you can speak about it, okay, topic, domain, like media, like sport, like any domain, okay, like EI, so any domain or any topic, so that you are passionate about. What is passion? So passion means that the fire inside of us, okay? Passion, that's energy inside of us. So this is passion. For example, Cristiano Ronaldo, a very passionate person, okay? So he loved to practice football. He loved to play football, okay? He's very, very passionate. He had a passion about football and winning any championship, okay? So this is the passion, okay? That's passion like a engine, okay? Engine, something drives us, okay? Something that we need to do something big, okay, to achieve our goals. So this is the passion, okay, the passion or fire inside of us. So you could find a topic that you are passionate about and write about it. Okay, this is the second law of behavior change. So number 3, make it easy to track. Make it easy to track. To track means to look for or to focus on, okay, to track. So the third law of behavior change is to keep track of your progress, okay, so that you can see how far you've come and stay motivated, energetic, okay, motivated, passionate. So this could mean keeping a journal, using a habit tracker app, or simply making a note of your progress each day, okay? So when you do, for example, today, I want to go to the gym, okay? When you go to the gym, track your habit, okay? How many days that you went to the gym, okay? So track your habit, exactly. That's very, very important. So tracking your progress can help you to see the small wins. Wins, lose, okay? Wins, the opposite of loses. Not losers, no, loses, okay? Wins, loses. Win can make you feel more accomplished and motivated to keep going. So, number 4, make it satisfying. make it satisfying. So, the 4 law of behavior change is to reward yourself for your progress. Progress means improvement. Progress, okay? Step up, step up, step up. This is progress. So, going up, this is progress, okay? Improvement. You add something good every day. This is progress. So, this could be something as simple as giving yourself a pat on the back. I repeat, this could be something as simple as giving yourself a pat on the back, or tracking a few minutes to relax. Okay? To relax. Rewarding yourself can help you to associate with your desired behavior and positive emotions. Emotions means feelings, okay? Emotions like love, or for example, sad or happy. So those are emotions, okay? Emotions. So, which can make you more likely to do it again in the future, okay? So, when you make it satisfying, or when you reward yourself after doing those habits that you want to stick, so that can help you stick the habit, okay? For example, I want to go to the gym every day. Okay, this is a habit, a new habit. So, what I can do, first, make it satisfying. Okay, when you finish, you must to give yourself something that you love. Okay, I don't know, anything. For example, playing any game, or buy to yourself a good food or juice or whatever, okay? Just give yourself a gift or something that you love to stick, okay? To stick that habit, okay? And to make a correlation, okay? A connection between the good habit and the positive emotions, okay? That's very, very, very important. So, these 4 laws are a simple but powerful framework for changing your habits. By following these laws, you can make small changes that will add up to big results over time. Here are some additional tips for making atomic habits work for you. Start small. Don't try to change too much at once. Start with a small habit that you can easily stick with. For example, if you want to start running, you could start by running for just 10 minutes a day. Be patient. Change takes time. Don't get discouraged if you don't see results immediately. Immediately means now, right now, immediately. Okay, so just keep at it, and you will eventually reach your goals. So, number 3, have fun. Making changes to your habits should be enjoyable, something fun. If you are not having fun, you are less likely to stick with it. So, this is the end. دابا غادي ننتقلوا للشرح باللغة العربية الكلمات الصعبة والفكرة اون جينيرال، اوكي؟ فكرة عامة. So, أول حاجة نبداو بها هي make it obvious. So make it obvious كتعني خليها واضحة. okay. اجعلها واضحة وضوح الشمس في نهار جميل. okay. so يعني خلي هذيك العادة تكون باينة لك يوميا ديما كتشوفها. okay. so يعني مثلا إلا بغيتي مثلا أنك تفكر ديما بلي خاصك تمشي للتريني، خاصك تحط الحوايج ديال السبورت، خاصك تحطهم حداك باش تبقى ديما تشوفهم. اوكي. فكاين مثال اخر عاوتاني، افترضوا انه وحدك كتاب وحدك تليفون، شنو هو الشيء اللي غادي تهزو الاول؟ واش التليفون ولا الكتاب؟ غالبا تليفون، حنا ديما كنمشيو للتليفون. ولكن تخيل معايا الا ما كانش التليفون، كان غير الكتاب، غادي الاحتمال ديال انك تمشي للكتاب كيكون احتمال كبير. وبالتالي اي عاده بغيتي تبنيها، مثلا تقرا كتوبه، حاول ما امكن انك تحيد دوك الحوايج اللي كيجيبوا لك دوبامين كبير، كيجيبوا لك متعه اكبر، بحال التليفون، بحال البيسي، بحال اللي كان عندك العاب في الدار ولا شي حاجه بحال ماكا، يعني كتجيب لك واحد المتعه كبيره. من الاحسن انك تحيدها وتخلي غير داكشي اللي بغيتي تنضبط عليه. اوكي. نعطيك مثال اخر، مثلا كاين حداك طاكوس، اوكي، وحداك سالاد، بجوج مكاينين في الدار، فين هو اللي غادي تاكل الاول؟ بيان سور طاكوس، حيت هو فيه متعه كتار، فيه دهون كتار، يعني يجيب لك متعه كتار. وبالتالي ملي كتحيد داكشي اللي كيجيب لك متعه كتار، كيبقى كتحط على السالاد، كتقول ها هو كاين السالاد معلم، يا غتاكلها يا غتبقى بالجوع. فغادي تاكل المره الاولى، الثانيه، الثالثه، الرابعه، وبالتالي انت بديتي كتبني ديك العاده. سواء هاد القضيه دي مهمه بزاف، وكنصحكم حتى ديروها مع اي حاجه، فهمتي؟ مثلا الماء، بزاف الناس كينساو انهم يشربوا الماء، والماء مهم واحد درجه كبيره. فمن الاحسن انك تحط ديما قدام قرعه الماء باش تبقى ديما تشوفها، وملي تشوفها تفكر بلي خاصك تشرب الماء. Okay, so make it obvious. The first law of behavior change, القانون الأول of behavior change لتغيير السلوك is to make your desired behavior as easy as possible to do. So desire يعني الرغبة. Okay, desire. So desire behavior يعني هذاك السلوك اللي بغيتي. Okay, desire behavior. So as easy as possible. Okay, سهل قدر الإمكان to do باش ديرها. So it means putting the thing that you need to do in a plain sight. Okay, plain sight يعني something يعني بكل وضوح. Okay, plain sight. Okay, خاصها تكون واضحة. هاد الحاجة هادي خاصها تكون واضحة كيف ما شرحنا دابا. So and removing any obstacles. removing يعني خاصنا نحيدو أو نزيل any obstacles. أي obstacles هما دوك العوائق. Okay, obstacles العوائق that may get in your way. Okay, لا يقدروا يوقفوا في طريقك. So for example, if you want to start exercising more, you could put your workout clothes. Okay, إلا بغيتي زعما تدرب to start exercising، تبدأ تتمرن more, you could put your workout clothes out the night before. Okay, هذا example آخر. يعني إلا بغيتي مثلا تبدأ تدرب، خاصك تحط الحوايج ديال الانطريمون night before. Okay, الليلة ديال البارح بالليل خاصك تحط الحوايج ديالك قدامك باش يكونوا what plain sight. Okay, يكونوا visible to you، واضحين يبانوا لك. Okay, so that you are ready to go in the morning. Okay, باش من تفيق في الصباح in the morning تكون واجد ناضي، ما يكونش عندك واحد obstacles عوائق. Or if you want to eat healthier, you could put healthy snacks in your work desk. يعني لو بغيت تاكل healthier يعني ماكلة صحية مثلا، you could put healthy snacks، تحط الماكلة الصحية in your work desk. Okay, تحطه في الورك ديسك، وهذاك المكتب ديال الخدمه ديالك، ولا اي بلاصه. اوكي work desk. So that you have something to reach for when you are feeling hungry. اوكي ملي تكون جيعان يعني عندك واحد when you feeling hungry يعني ملي كتحس بالجوع. hungry هو الجوع. so ملي كتكون جيعان عندك ما تاكل. Number 2, make it attractive. Make it attractive. Okay, attractive هي خليها تكون هاد الهابت هذه اللي بغيت ديرها، خليها تكون attractive، خليها تكون جذابة in Arabic جذابة. okay attractive يعني شي حاجة to attract you يعني كتجذبك، يعني شي حاجة مهمة يعني كتجذبك كتعجبك etc. So the second law of behavior change is to make your desired behavior something that you actually want to do. Okay, so you want to do يعني انت باغي ديرها ولا انت باغي ديرها. So this means finding ways to make it enjoyable. finding يعني انك تبحث ways طرق to make it باش تخليها enjoyable. okay لتجعلها ممتعة enjoyable or rewarding هي or giving yourself a reward means مكافأة. okay خاصك تخدم بنظام المكافأة يعني تكافئ راسك على هذيك العادة اللي بديتي كتبنيها. okay rewarding. For example, if you want to learn a new language إلا بغيتي تعلم a new language لغة جديدة you could find a language partner who you can practice with. okay يعني خاصك تلقى واحد الشخص جاني ميساج خاصك تلقى واحد الشخص اللي partner. اوكي شي واحد الشخص اللي يعاونك في هذيك اللغة. اوكي ولا يتشارك معك المعلومات ولا هذه يعني بحال تردوا التحدي. اوكي هذه انا تعلمت هذه الكلمة هذه انت ما تعلمتيهاش etc. اوكي خاص تلقى واحد الشخص اللي كيموتيفيك انك تتعلم. اوكي يعني كتستمتعوا وانتم كتعلموا ماشي كتعلم راسك كتكون شويه القضيه قاصحه. So could find a language partner who you can practice with. Practice means يعني تدرب معه. So or if you want to start a blog you could find a topic that you are passionate about and write about it. okay passion هو الشغف. okay passion so يعني هذاك الفاير يعني بحال ديك العافيه بحال ديك يعني داك الموتيفاسيون اللي كتكون عندنا لداخل. okay الباشن okay هو داك الشغف. So number 3, make it easy to track. make it easy to track يعني خليها تكون سهلة to track لتتبعها يعني مبغاش تخرج لتتبعها. yes لتتبعها. okay يعني شي حاجة كتبقى تتبعها مرارا وتكرارا. okay so the third law of behavior change is to keep track of your progress. يعني keep track your progress خاصك keep track your progress خاصك تبقى تتبع your progress التقدم اللي كتدير زعما. so track of your progress so that you can see how far you've come and stay motivated. يعني كتشوف هنايا فين وصلتي وشنو درتي. اوكي وكتبقى motivated. اوكي كتبقى موتيفي متحمس. اوكي كتبقى موتيفي باش انك تستمر على هذيك العاده. اوكي so this could mean keeping a journal using a habit tracker app. يعني using a habit tracker app يعني دوك لي زابليكاسيون كيكونوا في بلاي ستور اب ستور يعني سميتهم habit tracker I think. so هادوك يعاونوك انك كل نهار مثلا مشيتي لاصال كدير علامه على انك مشيتي لاصال. اوكي فمن بعد هادشي هذا كيعاونك بزاف انك كتشوف فين وصلتي فين كنتي التقدم اللي درتي etc. so or simply making a note of your progress each day. Tracking your progress can help you to see the small wins. okay small wins هادوك النجاحات الصغار small wins which can make you feel more accomplished and motivated to keep going. Okay, number 4, make it satisfying. Okay, satisfying. So خاصك تخليها واحد الحاجة اللي ملي ديرها تكون راضي على راسك ولا كيعجبك الحال. Okay, satisfying. So the 4th law of behavior change is to reward yourself. Okay, for your progress. This could be something as simple as giving yourself a pat on the back or tracking a few minutes to relax. Okay, يعني ملي كدير واحد العادة خاصك تاخد واحد rest، واحد الوقت ديال انك ترتاح فيه ولا يعني تكافئ راسك فيه على انك راك درتي هذيك العادة. اوكي، وتغلبتي على راسك. So وهنايا كننصحكم بالقراءة ديال الكتاب ديال Can't Hurt Me ديال دافيد كوكينز I think، إلا ما غلطش في السمية ديالو، دافيد كوكينز. So Can't Hurt Me هنايا هذا الكتاب هذا واعر بزاف، كيعلمك كيفاش انك تتغلب على هذاك الشخص اللي كيكون داخل. عرفتي هذاك المعكاس اللي كيكون داخل كيقول لك ولا غتفيق مع 6 الصباح ولا برد مقابرك. هذاك الشخص هذا دافيد كوكين هذا يعني واعر والله، الا كتاب واعر. انا نعطيكم نبذه عليه. هو دافيد كوكين كان دخل في واحد ماراثون فيه شي 50 كيلومتر، ما الا بقيت عاقل، وضرب 30 كيلومتر. ملي ضرب 30 كيلومتر تهرس ليه صبعو الصغير تهرس. دونك اي واحد شنو غادي يدير؟ غيحبس، غيبرك، صافي ما يمكنش يكمل. هو كمل 20 كيلومتر وهو مارس ليه صبعو الصغير. يعني هنايا كيبين لك كيفاش انك توصل للماكسيموم ديالك، توصل هذاك المعكاز اللي عندك في الدماغ يمشي صافي، هي تحيد ما يبقاش نهائيا. فكتاب واعر كنصحكم انكم تقراوه وغيبدل فيكم بزاف الحوايج. So كما قلنا make it satisfying. This could be something as simple as giving yourself a pat or back or tracking a few minutes to relax. Okay, rewarding yourself. Reward مهمة بزاف. Okay, reward مكافأة can help you to associate with your desired behavior and positive emotions. Okay, positive emotions يعني positive emotions مشاعر إيجابية. Okay، يعني كتربط كتربط بين المشاعر الإيجابية وبين هذيك العادة، وهذا الشيء هذا غيخليك أنك تكمل على هذيك العادة وديرها بزاف المرات. So which can make you more likely to do it again in the future. Okay، وصلنا للنهاية ديال البودكاست. كنتمنى أن البودكاست يكون عجبكم، يكون ممتع، يكون استفدتوا فيه شي حاجة. فإلا استفدتوا شي حاجة كتبوا لي في الكومنتس. إلا كان عندكم شي تعليق خلوه لي في الكومنتس. اوكي، ولا كونتاكتوني في الفيسبوك ولا الانستغرام مسيلة اوفيسيال، ولا زوروا الموقع ديالنا الالكتروني راه فيه الواتساب msilaacademy.com msilaacademy.com. So كنتمنى لكم نهار زوين وسعادة إن شاء الله. Ciao. Hello and welcome to today's podcast from me, Msila Podcast, or I'm Zoe Shibu. So, and the owner of msilaacademy.com. So I'm really excited again to talk to you about a very powerful book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. So this book is all about how we can change our habits to become more successful and happy in life. Today I will share the key ideas from the book in simple, easy to understand English, whether you are looking to improve your professional life, your work, or your relationships. This podcast will give you practical advice that you can start using right away. Are you ready? واش انت مستعد؟ Let's get started. So let's start with segment number 1 from the book. By the way, it doesn't matter if you are a beginner or not, okay? I will explain everything with simple, easy English, as I say. So just relax and listen carefully with focus, okay? Without any notifications or something like that, okay? Just listen and focus. So if you don't understand, please repeat the podcast many times. That's really helpful for you, okay? غادي يعاونك بزاف انك إلا عاودتي البودكاست أكثر من مرة. You will understand a lot of things. So let's start with segment number 1. Be proactive. Be proactive. Proactive, it's a combination between 2 words, okay? The word number 1 is pro. The word number 2 is active. Proactive. Pro and active. Pro from the word professional and active, so proactive. The first habit is be proactive. This habit is all about taking responsibility for your own life. Being proactive means that you don't wait to things to happen. You make them happen. You understand that you have the power to choose your actions and your responses. For example, let's say you are having a bad day. Instead of blaming the weather or other people for your mood, being proactive means that you choose to focus on positive and decide how you will feel and act, no matter what happens around you. Stephen Covey explains that proactive people focus on things that can control rather than worrying about things they can't. This gives them more power and control over their lives. So, the next time you face a challenge, ask yourself, what can I do about this? Very important question. Remember, being proactive is the first step to becoming more effective in everything you do. And I agree 100%. كاينين شي ناس يتشكاو من كل شيء، اوكي؟ كل شيء من غير راسهم. عنده باد مود، يعني الناس الآخرين، الدولة، المحيط، العائلة، كل شيء فيه المشكل، ولكن هو ما فيش المشكل، ولكن في الحقيقة هو فيه مشكل كبير. نعطيك مثلا، كاينين الناس اللي نهار كيحسب راسهم ما مشى ليهم الشغف، مشى ليهم الباشن، هو الشغف، يعني ما بقاش عندهم داك الجهد، ما بقاش السعاده ديالهم تفقدات بزاف ديال الحوايج، كيقول لك ناري الحياه ما بقاش كما كانت 2019 كانت حياه زوينه، دابا ما بقاش زوينه. نو basically من 2019 2020 جا كوفيد خلى الناس يستعملوا السوشيال ميديا بزاف. الشيء اللي خلانا بنينا عاده ديال السوشيال ميديا اننا نسكروليو مده طويله، الشيء اللي كيخلينا نفرزوا دوبامين اكثر، الشيء اللي كيخلينا ما نبقاوش نفرحوا بالحوايج البساط اللي كنا كنفرحوا بهم شحال هادي. هذا هو السبب. كتجي دابا كتسولو شحال كتخدم السوشيال ميديا؟ كنخدم بها 3 سوايع في النهار. وات انا كونتنت كرييتور ما كنخدمش السوشيال ميديا 3 سوايع في النهار. I can't. This is too dangerous. ما يمكنش. ما عرفتش كيفاش الناس كيديروا صراحه، والله كنتي كتفوت نص ساعه في سكرولين you are in trouble. غادي تعاني. هذه الفكره ديال segment number 1 is واحد الشخص كيتشكى من كل شيء الا راسه، ولكن هو اللي فيه المشكل. اوكي segment number 2 is being with the end in mind. What does it mean? So the second habit is being with the end in mind. This means that you should have a clear vision of what you want to achieve before you start doing anything. Imagine what success looks like for you and then plan your steps to reach that success, to achieve that success, to arrive to that success. For example, think about your long-term goals. What do you want to achieve in the next 5 years? Whether it's in your career, personal life, or your relationships with other people. Having a clear goal will help guide your actions. Stephen Covey suggests that we should all have personal mission statement. This is like a roadmap. You know the roadmap? The roadmap is it's like schema, okay? Roadmap that tells us where we want to go in life. When you know your destination, it's easier to make decisions and stay on the right path, on the right way. So, take some time to think about what you really want in life and being with the end in mind. This is really important because بزاف ديال الناس nowadays ما عندهمش واحد clear vision, clear goal, okay, a clear mission in life, واحد المهمة، واحد الهدف, okay. So نفترضوا انك في واحد الملعب وهذاك الملعب ما فيش الشبكة، وعطيناك كورة، واش غادي تقدر تسجل واحد الهدف؟ absolutely no. مستحيل. why؟ حيت ما كاينش الشبكة، دونك ما كاينش الهدف فين غادي تسجل داك الهدف. exactly. الناس في الحياة بحال كاينين شي ناس ما عندهمش هذيك الشبكة، ما عندهمش هذيك الهدف، او لا عندهم ولكن عندهم بزاف ديال الاهداف وبزاف ديال الحوايج. so هنايا ستيفن كوفي كيقول لك خاصك تحدد الهدف ديالك بالضبط، اوكي، with focus and clear goal. هدف يكون واضح جدا، حيت لما كانش عندك هدف ولا الهدف ديالك ما واضحش so it's hard to achieve it. It's almost impossible to achieve that goal, in fact. So let's move to segment number 3. So the segment number 3 is about put first things first. So the third habit is put first things first. This habit is about managing your time and priorities effectively. Okay, so it's about doing the most important things first, rather than just the urgent ones. Imagine you have long to-do list. Some tasks are important, like working on a project that will help you reach your goals, while others might seem urgent, like answering emails. Covey teaches us to focus on the important tasks first, because they will have the biggest impact on our lives. He also talks about the difference between what's urgent and what's important. Urgent things are those that need immediate attention, but they might not be important in the long run. Okay, so important things are those that contribute to your long-term goals. So the next time you plan your day, ask yourself, what's the most important thing I can do today? Then make sure you put those things first. So Stephen R. Covey في segment number 3 كيناقش معنا الفكرة ديال أننا خاصنا put first things first، الأشياء المهمة أولا. اوكي سو ملي كنشوفو تو دو ليست ديالنا ولا داكشي اللي خاصنا نديرو في النهار، كنلقاو كاينين بزاف ديال لي طاش، مي كاينين دي طاش اللي كيبانو لينا urgent يعني عاجلين، ولكن في حقيقة الأمر أنهم ماشي مهمين، وبعض المرات كنسبقوهم هما الأولين، وهذا غلط. كاينين حوايج ماشي عاجلين ولكن مهمين، بحال مثلا تعلم اللغة الإنجليزية. تعلم اللغة الإنجليزية مهم ولكن ماشي عاجل، كتبقى تقول من بعد. سو بزاف ديال الفرص كيمشيو لك، بزاف ديال الحوايج كتفلتهم بسبب لونجلي، ولكن كنتي كتسبق حوايج اللي كانوا كيبانوا لك urgent ولكن هما في الحقيقة غير مهمين. سو هذه هي الفكرة ديال segment number 3. So now we will move to segment number 4. The segment number 4 is think win-win. Think win-win. The fourth habit is think win-win. This habit is about creating solutions where everyone benefits. Instead of thinking that for one person to win, someone else has to lose. Covey encourages us to look for ways where both sides can win. Both sides. Okay, two sides. For example, if you are negotiating with someone, rather than trying to get the best deal only for yourself, think about how both of you can benefit. This creates better relationships and more trust because both people feel satisfied with the outcome. Covey explains that when you think win-win, you build strong relationships based on fairness and moral respect. It's not about being nice to giving in. It's about finding solutions that make everyone happy. So the next time you are in a situation where you need to make decisions, think about how you can create a win-win outcome. And I agree with Stephen R. Covey because ديما خاصك تفكر في كيفاش اننا انا والجانب الاخر حتى هو يربح، وين اوكي، ماشي نفكر غير راسي انا فقط. هادشي هذا كيساعد to create a stronger relationship، واحد العلاقة متينة مع الشخص الآخر، بغض النظر على الشخص الآخر شكون، واش البارتنر، واش يعني زميل في العمل، it doesn't matter. اوكي سو خاص ديما نفكروا في اننا نتجهوا الفكرة ديال وين اوكي، كيفاش انا نربح ولكن حتى الشخص الاخر تا هو يستافد، ماشي نربح على راسي. So now we will move to the segment number 5 from the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. So the segment number 5 is seek first to understand, then to be understood. This is really good. So the fifth habit is seek first to understand, then to be understood. So this habit is all about listening, okay? Covey teaches that we should listen to others before we try to make them understand our point of view. We need to listen a lot to other people to understand other people first. Okay? For example, if you are having a conversation with a friend or a co-founder or co-worker, instead of thinking about what you are going to say next, focus on really listening to what they are saying. Try to understand their feelings, thoughts, and corners. Covey explained that when you listen with empathy, okay, carefully, we create strong connections with others. People feel valued when they know you are really listening to them. Once you understand their perspective, you can share your own thoughts more effectively. So, the next time you are in a conversation, remember to seek first to understand before you try to become understood. And I agree with him. كنتفق مع ستيفن آر كوفي حيت بزاف الناس كيسمعوا باش انهم كيفكروا باش يردوا عليك، ولكن هما غير كيسمعوا. كاين فرق بين السمع والاصغاء. اوكي، كاين فرق بين واحد الشخص كيسمع لك باش انه يفهمك، كاين اللي كيسمع لك كيتسنى غير تسكت باش يرد عليك. كاين فرق. وحتى في البيزنس يعني كاين واحد القاعده ديال الناس كيشريو من عندك الا حسوا براسهم فهمتيهم ديال بصح وانك شرحتي المشكل ديالهم بالضبط. فإلا شرحتي المشكل ديال الناس بالضبط وحسوا باللي هما يعني فهمتيهم، اوتوماتيكمون كيعتقدوا باللي انت اللي عندك الحل. اوكي، ما بقاتش في كيفاش انني نشرح الفكره ديالي، ولكن بقات في كيفاش انني نشرح المشكل ديال الناس الاخرين. وباش نشرح المشكل ديال الناس الاخرين بالضبط خاصني نسمع لهم مزيان كل حرف كيقولوا. وهادشي هذا مكاينش في البيزنس، كاين في relationships، كاين في كل شيء. first خاصني نكون مستمع جيد، نسمع الناس، نسمع شنو بغاو يوصلوا. بعض المرات كيكونوا افكار وراء السطور، بالبادي لانجويج، بالنبرة الصوت، بزاف الحوايج. هادشي علاش خاص الانسان يكون مستمع جيد. So now we will move to the segment number 6. Synergize. So the habit number 6 is synergize. This habit is about working together with others to achieve more than you could alone by yourself. Only one person alone. Lonely, you know this music. So synergize means that when people work together with each other, they can create better solutions than they could on their own or by themselves. So, for example, imagine you are working on a project with a team. Each person has different skills and ideas. By combining everyone's strength or power, skill set, so you can come up with a solution that's better than anything you could have done by yourself. Covey teaches that synergize is all about valuing differences and working together to create something great, something fantastic, wonderful. It's all about teamwork and collaboration. When you embrace the power of synergy. So you open yourself up to new possibilities and better results. So the next time you are working with others, remember that together you can achieve more than you could alone. And this is correct. Because بزاف الناس ضروري كيكونوا متفوقين في شي حوايج علينا حنا. اوكي سو الا قدرتي انك تطور المهاره ديال سينرجايز كيف ما شرح ستيفن كوفي. هو انك تستغل الباور ديال كل واحد كيكون واعر في واحد الحاجه، تستغل الباور ديالو في هذيك الحاجه وتخدموا مجموعين. العقليه اللي عندنا حنا العرب هو اننا عرب امازيغ مسلمين ان جنرال عندنا اننا خاصنا نخدموا لا غنديرها بوحدي، لا هادي ما يربحش معايا، انا غادي ندير كل شيء. واحد المثل بالدارجه المغربيه كيقول 7 صنايع ورزق ضايع. كتلقى واحد الشخص كيعرف يدير كل شيء، يقدر يصايب لك اي حاجه في الدار، يقدر يدوم معاك في السياسه، يدوم معاك في الاقتصاد، في الرياضه، في كل شيء، ومسكين ما دير والو في حياته. احنا ما عندناش تخصص وما عندناش ديك القضيه ديال ان انا ما واعرش في كل شيء، انا واعر في واحد الحاجه، غادي نركز على ديك الحاجه نكون واعر فيها اكثر، ونستعن بناس واعرين في واحد واحده اخرى اللي غادي يصايبوا عليه. وكاينين بزاف ديال المواقع اللي فيهم فريلانسرز، ناس يعني اللي غادي يديروا ديك الخدمه احسن منك انت، ولكن حنا عندنا فكره ديال خاصني نقتصد، خاصني هادي، مي في الحقيقه راك تضيع بزاف ديال الوقت، بزاف ديال الجهد، بزاف ديال الطاقه. و also الا استعنتي بشي واحد راك غادي تعاون هذاك الواحد. ما كاينلاش انك دير كل شيء راسك، ما فيها باس انك تستعن بناس وحدين اخرين. it's gonna be beneficial for you and for other people as well. Now let's move to the last segment, okay, or the last habit from the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This habit basically named Sharpen the Saw. Sharpen the Saw. The 7th and the final habit is Sharpen the Saw. This habit is about taking care of yourself, just like a saw needs. Sharpen the saw. Okay, the saw. هو شحد المنشار. Okay, the saw. خاصك تمضي المنشار. Sharpen the saw. Sharpen is to cut well. Okay, you need to take care of your body. Okay, your body, your arms, legs, head, and mind as well. The body and the mind, and spirit to be effective in life. Spirit here means religion. To be effective in life. Covey talks about 4 areas of self-renewal. 4 areas for self-renewal. Okay, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. For example, you can sharpen the saw physically by exercising, sport, and eating healthy, and mentally by learning new things, and emotionally by building stronger relationships, and spiritually by connecting with your values and purposes. Okay, especially here, religion. Okay, Islam. So sharpening the saw means taking time to renew yourself so that you can stay effective. It's about making sure you are at your best so you can do your best work and live your best life. Remember to take care of yourself, charge, and keep your saw sharp. So, habit number 7, basically about take care of yourself. اعتني براسك. تهلا في راسك. تهلا في الصحة ديالك. Physically. تهلا في mental health ديالك. Okay. الصحة العقلية ديالك is very important. Emotional. العلاقات ديالك مع العائلة ديالك، مع أصحابك، جيران، خدامين معاك. Emotion تكون مزيان. And spiritual. Okay. علاقتك مع الله سبحانه وتعالى. So هذا 4 الحوايج very مهمين. لونجلي المخدرة والقوق. Okay. So very important. So هذا 4 الحوايج مهمين جدا لأي شخص. فهمتي؟ يعني إذا ما كانوش هاد 4 الحوايج ضروري غادي تعاني في حياتك. Absolutely. So let's move to conclusion. Okay. So we've covered the 7 habits of highly effective people today. So let's quickly recap what we have learned. If you remember or not. So habit number 1, be proactive. Take responsibility of your life. Number 2, being with the end in mind. Have a clear vision of what you want to achieve. Put first things first. Focus on the most important tasks. Think win-win. Look for solutions that benefit everyone. Number 5 is seek first to understand, then to be understood. Listen before you speak. Number 6, synergize. Work together with others to achieve more. And number 7, sharpen the saw. Take care of yourself to stay effective. So those are the 7 habits of highly effective people. Thank you so much, my friend. I really love you. So you are staying at that time. You are super special, obviously. So thank you so much for listening. If you enjoy this episode, please share it with others. Might be benefit from it. Till next time. So take care of yourself. Keep working on those habits, okay? تهلا لي في راسك، اعتني براسك، اعتني بالصحة ديالك، mental health ديالك، religion, everything. So بارطاجي هادشي مع صحابك، غادي تعاونهم وغادي يدي الأجر as well. So thank you so much again. See you. Hi and welcome again to the Msila podcast. So in this podcast, we will dive into a story, okay? So this story is about how to learn English quickly, okay? And the best method to learn English. This story with a different accent, okay? For example, American accent, British accent, and Australian accent as well, okay? So to know, okay, the difference between them. Okay, the difference between those accents. And also, we will explain the difficult words as well as speaking about some grammar rules. Okay, but just listen carefully to learn English subconsciously. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Australian English. Once upon a time in a small village in a distant corner of the world, there lived a young girl named Lena. Lena had always been fascinated by the English language. She would listen with wide-eyed wonder whenever she heard someone speak it on television or the radio. Her dreams were filled with visions of exploring the vast world beyond her village, and she knew that learning English would be the key to making those dreams come true. One sunny morning, as Lena sat under the shade of a massive oak tree, her grandfather, an old and wise man, approached her. He had a twinkle in his eye, knowing that his granddaughter was destined for great things. He gently placed a tattered, well-worn book in her lap. It was titled Super Easy English. Lena looked at the book with curiosity. It had been passed down through generations in her family, a precious heirloom. Her grandfather had learned English from it during his youth, and he believed that it held the power to unlock the world for her, just as it had for him. With determination in her heart, Lena opened the book and she began her journey to learn English. Super Easy English was filled with simple, colorful illustrations, and its lessons were designed to make learning fun and engaging. Each page contained phrases and sentences that were carefully crafted to be easy for beginners like Lena. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Lena's dedication to learning English knew no bounds. She would wake up early every morning and sit under the oak tree, reading the book and practicing her pronunciation. Her grandfather would join her, sharing stories of his own adventures and encouraging her to dream big. Lena's village marveled at her progress. She would greet the villagers in English, and they would respond with smiles, cheering her on. It wasn't long before she could hold simple conversations with ease. Her dream of exploring the world was becoming more and more attainable with each passing day. One evening, a group of travelers passing through the village noticed Lena's enthusiasm for learning English. They were from the United States and were deeply impressed by her dedication. They offered her a chance of a lifetime, an opportunity to come to the United States and further her education in English. Lena couldn't believe her luck. She had dreamed of this moment for as long as she could remember. With tears of joy in her eyes, she hugged her grandfather tightly, thanking him for the precious gift of super easy English that had changed her life. Soon, Lena boarded a plane and flew across the vast ocean to the United States. She continued to learn English, but now she had access to the best teachers and resources in the world. Her journey was filled with challenges, but she never gave up, always remembering the simple, powerful lessons from her beloved book. Years passed, and Lena became fluent in English. She traveled the length and breadth of the United States, making friends from all corners of the globe and exploring the beauty of the English language. She even returned to her village one day, not as a dreamer, but as a beacon of hope and inspiration for the young children there. Lena's journey from a small village to the United States was a testament to the power of dreams, dedication, and the magic of super easy English. It was a reminder that with the right tools and unwavering determination, anyone could overcome obstacles and reach for the stars. And so, Lena's story became a legend in her village, a story told to inspire generations to come to pursue their dreams, no matter how distant they may seem.
Thank you so much, Jack. So, Laura, can you explain the tense that we use in this story and also the difficult words?
The story I provided is primarily written in the past tense. Past tense is used to describe actions, events, or situations that have already occurred in the past. In this story, I used past tense to narrate Lena's journey and the events that took place in her life. Lived. Once upon a time, in a small village in a distant corner of the world, there lived a young girl named Lena. Opened. Lena looked at the book with curiosity. She opened the book, and she began her journey to learn English. Learned. Her grandfather had learned English from it during his youth. Marveled. Lena's village marveled at her progress. Offered. They offered her a chance of a lifetime. Boarded. Soon, Lena boarded a plane and flew across the vast ocean to the United States. Became. Years passed, and Lena became fluent in English. These are examples of past tense verbs that describe the actions and events in the story. Regarding some words in the story. Heirloom. An heirloom is a valuable object that has been passed down through generations in a family. Dedication. Dedication refers to a strong commitment and effort towards achieving a goal or purpose. Pronunciation. Pronunciation is the way in which a word is spoken, including the correct sounds and accents. Attainable. Attainable means achievable or possible to reach. Beacon. A beacon is a guiding light or signal, often used metaphorically to refer to someone or something that leads or inspires others. Legend. A legend can refer to a traditional story or narrative that is passed down through generations, often with historical or heroic significance. In this context, it is used metaphorically to describe Lena's story as a source of inspiration. These words help enrich the vocabulary and convey specific meanings in the story.
American English. Once upon a time, in a small village in a distant corner of the world, there lived a young girl named Lena. Lena had always been fascinated by the English language. She would listen with wide-eyed wonder whenever she heard someone speak it on television or the radio. Her dreams were filled with visions of exploring the vast world beyond her village, and she knew that learning English would be the key to making those dreams come true. One sunny morning, as Lena sat under the shade of a massive oak tree, her grandfather, an old and wise man, approached her. He had a twinkle in his eye, knowing that his granddaughter was destined for great things. He gently placed a tattered, well-worn book in her lap. It was titled Super Easy English. Lena looked at the book with curiosity. It had been passed down through generations in her family, a precious heirloom. Her grandfather had learned English from it during his youth, and he believed that it held the power to unlock the world for her, just as it had for him. With determination in her heart, Lena opened the book, and she began her journey to learn English. Super Easy English was filled with simple, colorful illustrations, and its lessons were designed to make learning fun and engaging. Each page contained phrases and sentences that were carefully crafted to be easy for beginners like Lena. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Lena's dedication to learning English knew no bounds. She would wake up early every morning and sit under the oak tree, reading the book and practicing her pronunciation. Her grandfather would join her, sharing stories of his own adventures and encouraging her to dream big. Lena's village marveled at her progress. She would greet the villagers in English, and they would respond with smiles, cheering her on. It wasn't long before she could hold simple conversations with ease. Her dream of exploring the world was becoming more and more attainable with each passing day. One evening, a group of travelers passing through the village noticed Lena's enthusiasm for learning English. They were from the United States and were deeply impressed by her dedication. They offered her a chance of a lifetime, an opportunity to come to the United States and further her education in English. Lena couldn't believe her luck. She had dreamed of this moment for as long as she could remember. With tears of joy in her eyes, she hugged her grandfather tightly, thanking him for the precious gift of super easy English that had changed her life. Soon, Lena boarded a plane and flew across the vast ocean to the United States. She continued to learn English, but now she had access to the best teachers and resources in the world. Her journey was filled with challenges, but she never gave up, always remembering the simple, powerful lessons from her beloved book. Years passed, and Lena became fluent in English. She traveled the length and breadth of the United States, making friends from all corners of the globe and exploring the beauty of the English language. She even returned to her village one day, not as a dreamer, but as a beacon of hope and inspiration for the young children there. Lena's journey from a small village to the United States was a testament to the power of dreams, dedication, and the magic of super easy English. It was a reminder that with the right tools and unwavering determination, anyone could overcome obstacles and reach for the stars. And so, Lena's story became a legend in her village, a story told to inspire generations to come to pursue their dreams, no matter how distant they may seem.
British English.
Once upon a time, in a small village in a distant corner of the world, there lived a young girl named Lena. Lena had always been fascinated by the English language. She would listen with wide-eyed wonder whenever she heard someone speak it on television or the radio. Her dreams were filled with visions of exploring the vast world beyond her village, and she knew that learning English would be the key to making those dreams come true. One sunny morning, as Lena sat under the shade of a massive oak tree, her grandfather, an old and wise man, approached her. He had a twinkle in his eye, knowing that his granddaughter was destined for great things. He gently placed a tattered, well-worn book in her lap. It was titled Super Easy English. Lena looked at the book with curiosity. It had been passed down through generations in her family, a precious heirloom. Her grandfather had learned English from it during his youth, and he believed that it held the power to unlock the world for her, just as it had for him. With determination in her heart, Lena opened the book, and she began her journey to learn English. Super Easy English was filled with simple, colourful illustrations, and its lessons were designed to make learning fun and engaging. Each page contained phrases and sentences that were carefully crafted to be easy for beginners like Lena. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Lena's dedication to learning English knew no bounds. She would wake up early every morning and sit under the oak tree, reading the book and practicing her pronunciation. Her grandfather would join her, sharing stories of his own adventures and encouraging her to dream big. Lena's village marvelled at her progress. She would greet the villagers in English, and they would respond with smiles, cheering her on. It wasn't long before she could hold simple conversations with ease. Her dream of exploring the world was becoming more and more attainable with each passing day. One evening, a group of travellers passing through the village noticed Lena's enthusiasm for learning English. They were from the United States and were deeply impressed by her dedication. They offered her a chance of a lifetime, an opportunity to come to the United States and further her education in English. Lena couldn't believe her luck. She had dreamed of this moment for as long as she could remember. With tears of joy in her eyes, she hugged her grandfather tightly, thanking him for the precious gift of super easy English that had changed her life. Soon, Lena boarded a plane and flew across the vast ocean to the United States. She continued to learn English, but now she had access to the best teachers and resources in the world. Her journey was filled with challenges, but she never gave up, always remembering the simple, powerful lessons from her beloved book. Years passed, and Lena became fluent in English. She travelled the length and breadth of the United States, making friends from all corners of the globe and exploring the beauty of the English language. She even returned to her village one day, not as a dreamer, but as a beacon of hope and inspiration for the young children there. Lena's journey from a small village to the United States was a testament to the power of dreams, dedication, and the magic of super easy English. It was a reminder that with the right tools and unwavering determination, anyone could overcome obstacles and reach for the stars. And so Lena's story became a legend in her village, a story told to inspire generations to come to pursue their dreams, no matter how distant they may seem.
Hi everyone, and welcome to today's podcast from me, Zuhair, or from Msila YouTube channel. So I am really excited because we are going to talk about a very important book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. Rich Dad Poor Dad, exactly, by Robert T. Kiyosaki, or the author of this book is Robert T. Kiyosaki, or the owner of the book, Robert T. Kiyosaki. So it doesn't matter if you are beginner or not, okay, or native speaker or not, because I'm like you. So حتى أنا ماشي متحدث أصلي بحالك تماما، يعني ما كنت كنعرف والو في لونجلي، كنفهم حتى شي حاجة. So just listen carefully and I will explain to you every single word And I will speak also slowly to understand me, okay? Just relax and listen. And I promise you will learn a lot of things, especially about money, because this book is about money. And I'm sure that you need money. That's why you have to listen to me carefully, with focus. You need to focus with me, okay? So remove any distraction like social media or notifications, everything, okay? وركز معي مزيان. متفقين؟ Are you ready? So let's continue. So this book has helped many people, a lot of people, understand how to think about money in a better way. Okay? And today I'm going to share the most important lessons from this book with you in simple and easy to understand English. Super easy English, okay? For beginners. So whether you are just starting to learn about money or you want to improve your financial knowledge, this podcast is for you. So let's get started, my friend. Okay, so number one, or section number one, is two dads, two different views, or two different point of views. So the first thing I want to talk about is the two different dads, fathers, okay, in this book. So Robert, the author, tells us about this real dad, okay, or his real dad, in fact, okay, who he calls poor dad. Robert T. Kiyosaki, or Robert's father, poor, really poor, but poor mindset, poor knowledge about money, poor ideas, poor thoughts. So, and his friend's dad, who calls rich dad, these two dads have very different ideas about money. Huge different. Okay? Different ideas. About what? About the money. So let's start with rich dad. Rich dad is not Robert's real dad, but he teaches Robert a lot about money. Rich dad believes that you should learn how to make money work for you. He thinks that starting businesses, investing in stocks, or buying properties are smart ways to grow your money. For example, imagine rich dad buys a small shop instead of working in the shop every day. He hires someone to run it for him. The shop makes money, and the rich dad doesn't have to be there all the time. That's making money work for you. So basically, you have to do something that you don't need to work. You need to automate the thing and start generating money without working or without spending your time. This is the meaning, okay? يعني خاصك دير واحد الحاجة اللي تخدم لك وتجيني لك فلوس بلا ما انت تخدم، بلا ما تكون تجمع. This is the idea. On another hand, poor dad, who is Robert's real dad, believes in working hard for money. He thinks that if you go school, get good grades, and find a stable job, you will be successful. Poor dad worries a lot about money and believes that getting a good job is the best, the number one, the very, very good way to take care of your financial needs. For example, poor dad might work long hours at his job and save his money in a bank. He feels safe doing this, but this money isn't growing much. Okay? Frozen, in fact. So, what's the difference? Rich dad is always thinking about how to make his money grow without working harder, while poor dad thinks that working hard is the only way to make money. Which dad do you think is right? As well, see in this podcast, Rich Dad's way of thinking can help us build wealth, while Poor Dad's way might keep us stuck in the same place. So, section number 2 is the importance of financial education. This is very, very, very important. So, let's move on to the next important lesson, the importance of financial education. Rich Dad believes that understanding money is more important than just earning it. He says that schools teach us many things, like math and history, but they don't teach us enough about money. Do you realize that? Oh, that's strange. In Morocco also, or Algeria, I think, or Tunisia, they teach us just math and history, geography, but nothing about money. They teach us how to be employees rather than being entrepreneurs, for example. This is really sad. I don't know why, to be honest, but we have to change the system. The educational system is very, very bad. So, don't worry. In the US, also the same problem. Not just in Morocco, not just in Algeria. So, احنا كاملين كنعاني من هذا المشكل هذا، هو انه كيقراونا كل شيء الا الفلوس. How to do money. So, ما عرفتش ممكن تبدل هادشي هذا من بعد. Anyway. So, Rich Dad believes that everyone should learn how to manage money, invest, and grow their wealth. For example, let's say someone goes to school to become a doctor. They study hard and get good job, but they never learn how to invest their money. They make a good salary, but they don't know how to grow their money. Rich Dad would say that this person needs to learn more about money, not just how to earn it. اوكي، خاصو يتعلم كيفاش يدوبل الفلوس، كيفاش يتعامل مع الفلوس. not just earn it، ماشي غير قد تدخلها فقط. no. So poor dad on another hand, okay, the poor dad demo on another hand, so trusts in traditional education, the ordinary education. He believes that getting a good education and a stable job is enough to take care of money problems. Poor dad might work as a teacher, get a good salary, but still struggle with money because he doesn't know how to invest or save wisely, you know. Really, this is a very, very huge problem, okay. عندنا أساتذة دكاترة يعني مختلف الدومينز، ولكن المشكل هو ما كيعرفوش ينفيستيو فلوسهم، ولا ما كيعرفوش فين يحطوا فلوسهم، كيفاش يتعاملوا مع فلوسهم. وهذا مشكل. علاش؟ حيت ما كنقراوش هادشي هذا في المدرسة. كنتمنى انه يكون الحل ديال هادشي هذا في قريب العاجل. What can we learn from this؟ شنو نقدروا نتعلموا من هادشي هذا؟ It's really important to educate ourselves about money. We can do this by reading books, taking courses, or even listening to podcasts like this one. You know, learning about money can help us make better decisions and become financially independent. Okay? ما كايناش شي طريقه واحده اخرى من غير انك دير راسك، انك تاخذ كورسات، انك تعلم من يوتيوب etc انت تقرا كتوبه like this book Rich Dad Poor Dad. And I highly recommend the second book by T. Harv Eker, The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Section number 3 is on the book Rich Dad Poor Dad is assets and liabilities. Assets and liabilities. Assets هما الأصول. Liabilities هما الخصوم. Assets هما الأصول، هما أي حاجة كتدخلك فلوس. Okay؟ بحال دار، بحال أرض كاريها etc. Liabilities هما الخصوم، شي حاجة كتبقى تاكل لك فلوس over time مع الوقت. Okay؟ Like car, for example house. But if you live in the house, so there is a big difference between investing in house and renting to other people and living in the house. So if you live in the house, so the house is liability, not asset. Okay? So asset شي حاجة كتدخل فلوس، liability هي شي حاجة كتخرج فلوس تبقى تصرف عليها بحال المدام. Just kidding, okay? Just kidding. So now let's talk about something very important, assets and liabilities. So Rich Dad teaches that if you want to become rich, you need to buy assets. Okay? But what are assets? So assets are things that put money in your pocket. For example, if you own a business, rent out a properties, for example, or invest in stocks. You know what is stocks? Stocks are pieces from companies, or we can say shares. Okay, part from Apple, from Microsoft, from Google. You know, from just small part from those companies, or you invest in those companies. So هادو stocks. that pay dividends, okay? So you have assets. These are things that make you money even when you are not working. So هنا تفكرت واحد المقولة ديال Warren Buffett. Do you know Warren Buffett? One of the most richest men in the world. So Warren Buffett قال لك إلا ما كنتيش كتدخل فلوس وانت ناعس غتبقى تخدم حياتك كاملة. So let's say I will give you an example. So let's say someone buys a small apartment building. Okay, they rent out the apartments to tenants, and the rent they collect each month is more than the cost of the building. That extra money is profit or net profit, so which makes the building an asset. So basically here you earn money without even working, okay, while you are sleeping. So Rich Dad says that buying assets like this is the key to growing your money. The key, okay, the key. So, but what about liabilities? Liabilities are things that take money out of your pocket. Okay, out of your pocket. For example, if you have a car loan, credit card debt, or mortgage, these are liabilities. You have to pay for them regularly. regularly. بقى كنوقع مع مشكلة regularly. So regularly, okay, regularly. بنخلي هاد البارت هادي حيت باش نبين لك بلي no one is perfect, okay. وحاجة عادية أن ما تنطقش لك شي كلمة ولا هادي حاجة عادية جدا، يعني مكينش مشكل في هادشي هذا، عادي. هذا كيطرا native speakers, even native speakers حتى هما كتوحل لهم الهضرة، حتى هما ما كيقدروش ينطقوا شي كلمة. So it's normal. Okay, let's continue. So imagine buying a new car. It might seem like a good idea, but if you have to take out a loan to pay, loan هو كريدي، okay, كتاخد كريدي ولا كتخلصها طريقات، okay. So to pay for it, the car becomes a liability, okay, because you have to make payments every month. Rich Dad says that to get rich, you should focus on building assets and avoiding liabilities, okay? Avoid or subtract or remove liabilities, okay? Or stay away from liabilities. This is very important. So, here's a question for you. Do you have more assets or liabilities in your life? This question for you. Do you have more assets or liabilities in your life? Do you have car with loan? Are you living in a house, or are you living in your own house? If you have more liabilities, don't worry. You can start small by investing in things that can grow your money over time, just like Rich Dad teaches. Okay? Don't worry. So, we're gonna move to the section number 4 from the book. So, this section about work to learn not just to earn. Not just to earn or make. Work to learn, absorb new ideas, new thoughts. Not just to earn, to make, or to take. So, the next lesson from the book is about working to learn, not just to earn. Rich Dad believes that you should work to learn new skills, new things, okay? To learn skills like communication, languages, how to sell. So those are skills, okay? Not just to earn money. For example, if you work at a job where you can learn how to manage a business, those skills are available, even if the job doesn't pay a lot at first. The skills you learn can help you make more money in the future. This is very important. Imagine someone works at a small company, tiny small company. They might not earn a lot of money. Is that right? Yeah. But they learn how to run a business or how to start a business later. So they could use those skills to start their own business and make more money. That's what Rich Dad means by working to learn. Okay? Don't search for earning money at the beginning. No, that's wrong. Totally wrong. كما الكتاب كيقول ما تخدمش من أجل المال في الأول. خدم من أجل التعلم. تكتسب مهارات جداد، تعرف بزاف ديال الحوايج. إي أبخي عاد باش بدأ تربح. So, the poor dad, on another hand, okay, so focuses on earning a paycheck. He believes that the main purpose, the main reason of a job is to earn money to pay bills. Okay? Bills هما الفواتير. And live a comfortable life. Stable life. Normal life. Comfortable life. In the comfort zone, okay? He may stay in the same job for many years without learning new skills because he feels secure with a steady paycheck. Steady, consistent. Okay? Steady or consistent paycheck. So every month, payment. Every month, the same payment. Steady and comfortable. For example, poor dad might work at the same job for 20 years, earning the same salary and never learning anything new. He feels safe, but he's not growing financially. قدر يخدم 20 عام في نفس الخدمة ما يتعلم حتى شي حاجة جديدة غير باش ياخد نفس الصالير. اوكي، وهذا غلط حيت التضخم كيجي، بزاف ديال الحوايج كيجيو، كلشي كيغلى، نفس الصالير ديال 10 سنين قبل ماشي هو نفس الصالير ديال دابا، ما غاديش يدير لك نفس الحاجة. So this is really really huge problem. So what can we learn from this? Learning new skills is one of the best ways to improve your financial situation. Look for opportunities to learn at your job or even on your own. the more you learn, the more you can earn in the future. And this is 100% correct. Because when you learn more, you will become from the top 1%. معي ولا لا؟ Yeah, absolutely. حيت ماشي كلشي كيعرفوا بزاف المهارات، ماشي كلشي عندهم بزاف اللغات، ماشي كلشي كيعرف how to communicate, how to sell, how to manage people. So كل ما تعلمتي كتر، كل ما كيكون عندك مهارات كتر، كل ما كتولي من الأقلية، كتولي من top 1%. And this is 100% correct. And I agree with Robert Kiyosaki about that point. So now we will move to the section number 5. So the section number 5 is about the importance of mindset. The importance of what? About the mindset. العقلية. Finally, let's talk about the importance of mindset. Rich Dad believes that your thoughts and beliefs about money are very important. He thinks that if you believe you can become rich and are willing to learn, you will find ways, methods to make it happen, to achieve it. Having a positive attitude towards money opens up opportunities. And this is correct. So, for example, Rich Dad might see a business opportunity where others see a risk because he believes in himself. He is willing to take the risk and potentially make a lot of money. كيف ما كتقول واحد المقولة، فين كاين ريسك كاين رزق. This is 100% correct. إلا ما كنتيش مستعد أنك تخاطر، الفلوس ما مستعدين تجيو عندك. So, Poor Dad, on another hand, believes that rich people are just lucky. Luck or chance, you can say. Or were born into wealth. So he thinks it's hard for ordinary people, normal people, to become rich. It's hard. Well, I don't think. This belief can hold him back because he doesn't see the opportunities or is too afraid to take risks. Imagine Poor Dad passing on an investment opportunity because he thinks it's too risky or that he's not smart enough to succeed. This keeps him stuck in the same financial situation. هادشي هذا كيخليه في بلاصتو. اوكي الا ما كانش مستعد انه يخاطر so absolutely غادي يبقى في بلاصتو، غادي يبقى في نفس salary و after over the course of I think maybe 5, 10, 20 years at the same place. This is really sad. بزاف الناس كنشوفوهم في نفس البلاصة، نيت أنا كنشوف بزاف الناس في نفس البلاصة 10 20 شحال ما كان ديال الأعوام غادي يبقاو في نفس البلاصة. Why? Because كيديروا نفس الحاجة ومستعديش للتغيير ومستعديش للمخاطرة. So, what's the lesson here? Having a positive mindset about money is key to becoming rich. If you think like Rich Dad and believe in your ability to learn and grow, you can create more opportunities for yourself. So, let's move to the conclusion okay, general idea about the book and about all this podcast. So we've covered some very important lessons from Rich Dad Poor Dad today. We learn about the two different ways of thinking about money, the importance of financial education, the difference between assets and liabilities, working to learn new skills, and having a positive mindset. These lessons can help us change the way we think about money and make smarter financial decisions. So, what can you do now? Start thinking like Rich Dad. Learn more about money. Focus on buying assets. Keep learning new skills. And always have a positive mindset. Remember, it's never too late. ما عمره ما فات الوقت. Okay? To start thinking differently about money. So, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found this podcast helpful. If you did, please share it with others might benefit from it, okay? So thank you so much again. I appreciate your time. I appreciate everything. So كنتمنى انك تكون استفدتي. الا استفدتي بيان سور شيري مع الناس اللي كتعرف، الناس اللي بغيتيهم يستافدوا. and also هادشي هذا غادي يطلع البودكاست، غادي يخليه يوصل لناس كتر، وناس كتر يتثقفوا about money and English as well. That's all. See you next podcast إن شاء الله. Goodbye. اليوم إن شاء الله أول حلقة في البودكاست تعلم اللغة الإنجليزية من السفر مع مسيلة. أوكي، فهذا البودكاست إن شاء الله غادي نشوفوا تكست. أوكي، تكست هذا حول كتاب ديال Atomic Habits، الكتاب ديال العادة الذرية، كتاب مشهور فيه أفكار جد 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 رائعة اللي غتفيدك بزاف في حياتك اون جينيرال. اوكي، هاد الافكار هادو في الاول غنشوفوهم باللغه الانجليزيه باش اننا نحاولوا ما امكن نستمعوا بزاف اللغه الانجليزيه. اوكي، نستمعوا كثير من المرات اللغه الانجليزيه لتطوير مهاره الاستماع. اوكي، غنقرا التكست in English، و في البارت الثانيه غادي نحاول نشرح باللغه العربيه الكلمات الصعاب في التكست. اوكي، فاول شيء هو كيفاش اننا نحققوا اقصى استفاده من هذا البودكاست وكيفاش اننا نستعمله. فاول خطوه خاصنا نعرفوا هي في الاول نستمعوا. اوكي، مبتدئ متوسط في اللغه الانجليزيه الاستماع. اوكي، الاستماع ماشي مهم معرفه كل الكلمات. اوكي، ولكن المهم هو الاستماع. اوكي، and then قبل ما نوصل للمرحله ديال نشرح باللغه العربيه، فبغيت منك واحد الحاجه، هو انك قبل ما نوصل للغه العربيه حاول تعاود البودكاست من الاول وتعاودوا من الاول وتعاودوا عاوتاني. اوكي، باش تفهم الماكسيموم ولا اقصى قدر ممكن من المعرفه ولا من الافاده تاخذها باللغه الانجليزيه وليس باللغه العربيه. اوكي، هذه هي الخطوه الاولى. الخطوه الثانيه للاستفاده من هذا البودكاست هو ملي توصل للمرحله ديال انك فهمتي 80% او 90% من البودكاست، فحاول ما امكن انك تدوز للتدريب الثاني، الا وهو تسريع هذا التكست ولا البودكاست. يعني تعاود البودكاست من الاول باللغه الانجليزيه، ولكن حاول تسرعه على المره الاولى. مثلا المره الاولى سمعتيه بسرعه ديال 1، المره الثانيه حاول انك تسمعه 1.25 1.5 ان سو اون. فهاد التدريب هذا كيعاونك انك تولي تفهم المتحدثين الاصليين باللغه الانجليزيه بالرغم من انهم كيدويو بسرعه. أو لك يتحدثوا بسرعة. فهذا تدريب جد 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 مهم. أوكي مشينا. Are you ready? Let's start. And welcome to Atomic Habits Unleashed. So, the podcast where we delve into the transformative power of James Clear's best-selling book, Atomic Habits. I'm your host, Zuhair Sheiboub, and today we start on a journey to unlock the secrets of building effective habits. Are you ready to unleash your true potential? Let's get started. Okay, before we dive into the book, let's understand the concept of atomic habits. An atomic habit is a small, tiny, consistent action that, when repeated over time, leads to remarkable results. It's all about making tiny, small changes that compound into significant transformations. So, let's explore the key lessons from the book and discover how to create lasting habits. Segment 1. The power of tiny changes. In this segment, we will explore how small changes make a big, huge difference in your lives or in our lives. James Clear emphasized the importance of the 1% rule and the compound effect of habits. So, let's break it down and see how we can apply these principles to our own lives. So, the rule number 1, the 1% rule. The 1% rule teaches us that by improving just 1% each day, we can make substantial progress over time. We'll discuss strategies for identifying areas where we can make small changes and how to implement them consistently. Get ready to witness the power of incremental growth. The compound effect. The compound effect is a magic that happens when small actions accumulated over time. We will explore how to harness this power to transform our habits and achieve long-term success. Prepare to unlock potential within you. Segment number 2. 4 laws to behavior change. James Clear introduced 4 laws that serve as the framework for habits formation. In this segment, we'll dive deep into these laws and understand how they shape our behavior. Let's unlock the secrets of effective habit change. Make it obvious. Habits start with awareness. We will explore techniques to make our desired habits more visible and eliminate distractions that hinder progress. Discover the art of creating an environment that supports and encourages positive behaviors. Make it attractive. To make habits stick, we need to make them attractive and enjoyable. We will discuss the importance of rewards, habit staking, and the power of positive reinforcement. Learn how to make your habits irresistible. Make it easy. Habits should be easy to start and maintain. We will explore strategies to simplify our habits, break them down to smaller steps, and overcome common obstacles. Get ready to make positive changes effortlessly. Make it satisfying. Rewarding ourselves is key to reinforcing positive habits. We will uncover the importance of celebrating small wins and how to create a sense of satisfaction in our habit journey. Prepare to enjoy the journey and embrace the joy of progress. Overcoming common habit challenges. In this segment, we will tackle common obstacles and challenges that often derail our habit building efforts. James Clear provides valuable insights and strategies to overcome these hurdles. Let's equip ourselves with the tools to conquer any roadblocks. The procrastination. Procrastination can be a significant roadblock to building habits. We will discuss techniques to overcome procrastination and tricks to stay motivated along the way. Say goodbye to delays and hello to consistent action. Handling stakebacks and plateaus. دابا غنبداو شرح الكلمات الصعبة اوكي باللغة العربية، ولكن ماشي جميع الكلمات غنشرحهم باللغة العربية اوكي، غير بعض الكلمات. فإلا ما كنتيش حققتي الاستفادة القصوى من بودكاست in English، فحاول ما أمكن أنك ترجع وتعاود تستمع ليه اوكي. So let's start. Segment number 1. The power of tiny small changes. The power means القوة okay. The power of tiny changes. Tiny means small, a little okay. Changes هما التغيرات okay. The power of tiny changes means قوة التغيرات الصغيرة okay. So in this segment we will explore how small changes can make a big difference in our lives. So what does it mean? We will explore يعني غادي نكتشف how small changes يعني هذوك الأشياء الصغيرة can make big difference in ourselves. هذيك الأشياء الصغيرة أو هذوك العادات الصغيرة اللي كنديرو في حياتنا اليومية can make big difference يعني يقدروا يديروا a big difference تغير كبير in our in our lives في حياتنا. So James Clear emphasize the importance of 1% rule. Okay, so James Clear كيوعينا بالأهمية ديال 1% rule، قاعدة 1%. Okay, so the compound effect of habits. compound effect هو التأثير التراكمي. التأثير التراكمي أو الكامباوند افكت، كاين كتاب سميتو الكامباوند افكت أو التأثير التراكمي. فالتأثير التراكمي هو مثلا كاين واحد المثال كيعجبني بزاف، هو أنه كيقول لك واش تختار تاخد درهم كتدوبل كل نهار، ولا دولار كتدوبل كل نهار، أو مليون دولار كاش. فاشنو تختار؟ انت اللي كتسمع لي دابا، شنو تختار؟ فالاغلبيه ديال الناس غادي يختاروا مليون دولار كاش. اقولك خويا انا بغيت مليون دولار دابا تحضر. ولكن هذيك الدولار اللي كتدوبل كل نهار، الا جيتي تحسبها ولا الا طبقتي على قاعده الكامباوند افكت، في الاخر ديال الشهر غادي تكون عندك اكثر من 5 مليون دولار. غتقول لي انت كيفاش؟ غنشرح لك. فهذيك الدولار غدا غادي تكون عندك 2 دولار، بعدو غتكون عندك 4 دولار، بعدو 8، بعدو 16، بعدو 32، بعدو 64. يعني في النهار 25 تقدر تكون عندك واحد 600 مليون الا بقيتي غادي بهاد التراتبيه. وفي النهار 30 تقريبا، ما عرفتش الرقم بالضبط، ولكن تقريبا غادي تكون عندك 5 او اكثر من 5 مليون دولار، يعني اكثر من 5 المليار. وهذا هو ابسط مثال على الكامباوند افكت ولا التأثير التراكمي. فجيمس كلير حتى هو كيوعينا بالاهميه ديال الكامباوند افكت، وهذوك السمول هابيتس، هذوك العادات الصغار كيديروا واحد البيج huge difference over the course of 1 year or 2 years or whatever. okay, بعد على مدار سنه ولا سنتين كيديروا واحد التغير كبير. وكاين هنا مثال اخر كيعجبني، شفتو ولا قريتو في الكتاب ديال Unlimited Power ديال توني روبنز. مثال زوين بزاف. اوكي no not Unlimited Power. yes, Awaken the Giant Within. yes, أيقظ قواك الخفية. I think yes. المثال كيقول هو أن واحد المرأة بغات أنها تحيد السكر من القهوة. اوكي، ملي كتاخد الكاس ديال القهوة ديما كدير فيه 2 سكرات، 2 سكرات كتحطهم في الكاس ديال القهوه. بغات تحيد هذيك، بغات تولي تشرب القهوه بلا سكر نهائيا. فاشنو بدات كدير؟ طبقات الكامباوند افكت. شنو بدات كدير؟ ولات كل نهار كتحيد هذيك الحبه ديال السنيده. عرفتي هذيك الحبه ديال السنيده؟ السكر كتكون بزاف ديال الحبات السنيده، فكل نهار كتحيد حبه، ولكن كتطبق الكامباوند افكت. مثلا اليوم حيدت حبه، غدا غتحيد 2 حبات، يعني 3 الحبات، بعدو غتحيد 4 الحبات، بعدو 8 الحبات، بعدو 16 حبه، وهكذا. فمن بعد واحد ما عقلتش بالضبط، ولكن من بعد واحد 4 شهور ولا مع 6 شهور ولات كتشرب القهوه بلا سكر، حيدت السكر نهائيا. هذا هو الغرض من هذا الكامباوند افكت ولا سمول هابيتس. اوكي، هذوك التغيرات البسيطه ما كنلاحظوش التغير في ديك اللحظه، ولكن بعد مده طويله كيديروا واحد الفرق كبير في حياتنا. اوكي، so this is the compound effect. كنصحكم تقراو الكتاب ديال the compound effect، كتاب واعر بزاف. اوكي، رائع جدا الكتاب ديال compound effect، رائع. so the rule the 1% rule the 1% rule قاعدة 1%. So the 1% rule teach us that by improving just 1% each day, every day, we can make substantial progress over time. So the 1% rule أو لا قاعدة 1% teach us، يعني كتعلمنا that by improving just 1%, يعني بتطوير by improving بتطوير just 1% 1% غير 1%. اوكي فقط 1%. each day كل نهار. اوكي every day or each day we can make substantial progress over time. اوكي هادشي اللي كندوي عليه نيت في الكامباوند افكت. يعني بالتطوير يعني ملي نبقاو نطوروا حاجه وحده غير 1%. اوكي ولكن كل نهار هادشي غادي يدير واحد big progress. اوكي progress هو تقدم over time. So we will discuss strategies for identifying areas where we can make small changes and how to implement them consistently. So we will discuss يعني غادي نناقشوا strategy. يعني احنا اصلا ناقشنا هاد strategies وعطيتكم امثله. So for identifying areas where we can make small changes and how to implement them consistently. How to implement them يعني كيفاش أننا نزيدوهم في حياتنا consistently يعني باستمرار. okay consistently. So number 2 the compound effect اللي كنا داوين عليه دابا. compound effect أو التأثير التراكمي. The compound effect is a magic سحر. compound effect بحال السحر that happens when small actions accumulate over time. okay compound effect بحال السحر that happens كيحدث when small actions accumulate over time. يعني small actions يعني دوك الأفعال الصغيرة. okay small tiny يعني أفعال صغيرة accumulate over time يعني ملي accumulate يعني ملي كيطبقوا ولا ملي كيداروا over time مع الوقت. So we will explore how to harness this power to transform our habits. يعني غادي نكتشفوا we will explore نكتشفوا how to harness this power. okay يعني كيفاش أننا نستافدوا اوكي ولا اننا نكونتروليو ولا اننا نبروفيتيو في هاد الباور هادي في هاد القوه. اوكي to transform our habits. اوكي باش نبدلوا to transform. اوكي باش نغيروا our habits العادات ديالنا and achieve long-term success. and achieve باش نحققوا long-term success. long term يعني مدى البعيد. اوكي long term success يعني باش نحققوا النجاح على المدى البعيد. So prepare to unlock the exponential and potential growth within you. So باش to unlock يعني باش تتيح to unlock يعني باش تفتح ولا تتيح لراسك exponential and growth and potential. okay يعني واحد التطور محتمل. okay exponential growth and potential. okay within you. okay within you or inside of you يعني في الداخل ديالك. segment number 2 4 laws of behavior change. So for the compound effect راه كنا دوينا عليه. اوكي عطينا امثله. So دابا segment number 2 4 laws of behavior change. James Clear introduced 4 laws that serve as a framework of habit formation. In this segment, we will dive deep into these laws and understand how they shape our behavior. Let's unlock the secrets of effective habit change. So, 4 laws of behavior change. يعني 4 laws يعني 4 ديال القوانين. 4 laws القوانين of behavior change. behavior هو السلوك. اوكي 4 ديال القوانين لتغيير السلوك، باش نغيروا السلوك ديالنا. اوكي سو هذه غنخليوها للفيديو الجاي ولا الاوديو الجاي. سو درت لكم التشويق ياك، غتعرفوا شنو هما هذا 4 ديال القواعد. فالفيديو الجاي ان شاء الله، الاوديو الجاي ان شاء الله، غادي غنعرفوا هاد 4 ديال القواعد. وخليوا لي الاراء ديالكم. اوكي واش كان هذا البودكاست مفيد زوين، استفدتوا شي حاجه، ما استفدتوا والو؟ فالاراء ديالكم كتهمني، واش انني نكمل في بحال هذا البودكاست ولا لا، ولا نغيروا الطريقه. كما قلت لكم الاراء ديالي كتهمني، ما تنساوش تخليهم ليا، ونشوفكم ان شاء الله في البودكاست ولا في الكماله ديال هذا البودكاست هذا. وباقي جايين بزاف ديال المواضيع شيقه مفيده جدا. اوكي غادي نشوفوا بزاف ديال الكتب. اوكي ماشي غير الكومباوند افكت ولا الاتوميك هابيتس، يعني غنشوفوا كتاب ديال باور اوف هابيتس، العادات، قوه العادات. غنشوفوا unlimited power ديال توني روبنز، قدرات غير محدوده. وغنشوفوا ايضا rich dad poor dad. اوكي اسرار rich dad poor dad، ابي الغني ابي الفقير، or the secrets of the millionaire mind، اسرار عقل المليونير. كاينين بزاف ديال الكتب زوينين. بروبوزيو لي شي كتب الا بغينا نقراو بهم اللونجلي، وباش نمارسوا اللغه الانجليزيه. اوكي فكما قلت لكم انا كان الغرض من هذا البودكاست هو غير الاستماع. اوكي الاستماع باش نتشبعوا بالانجلي. وما كرهتش انكم ديروا واحد التدريب باش انكم تطوروا البرونسيشن. فالتدريب هو انكم تسمعوا لهذا البودكاست ان انجلش، وتحاول ما امكن انك دير باوز وتريكوردي داكشي اللي كنقول انا، ريكوردي انت بالصوت ديالك. اوكي ولا انت بالصوت ديالك. وملي تكون كتريكوردي حاول تقارن الكلمات كيفاش قلتهم انا مع كيفاش قلتيهم انت ولا انت، وشوف الفوارق فين كاينه. اوكي وهادوك الفوارق هما اللي خاصك تخدم عليهم. اوكي باش تطور البرونسيشن ديالك. الا كانت عندك واحد البرونسيشن اللي ناقصه شويه. هذا ما كان، ما نزيدش نطول عليكم اكثر. نشوفكم في البودكاست الجاي. تهلاو لي في راسكم.